Hey, what up, everybody? Steve Breach coming to you. I didn't mean to catch it, but I caught a spoiler on for next week's Impact, deciding who the #1 contender for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship was going to be. Honestly, in my mind, I think that the winner of the match is going to be Sting, and it's going to be Sting going up against the Aces and Eights leader in being Bully Ray. For Slammiversary, with them cutting down on the number of pay-per-views, I know that Sting is their one Hall of Famer. He is the biggest name on the roster that they have. I don't know, by watching TV to me, though, Sting does not make sense to me to be in this match. If you're watching Impact week in and week out, and honestly, to me, I'm not going to say that they're putting on a better show than WWE, but I find myself highly entertained. I go in with no real expectations, and I end up always watching the whole complete show, being real surprised at the end that it's over, not really wanting more. Maybe I'm just satisfied with 2 hours of wrestling, and the 3 hours of Monday Night Raw every week is really killing me, and maybe 2 hours is great, and I mean, it's the standard for what wrestling needs to be. Maybe 3 hours is just overly too much. But to me, with cutting down the number of pay-per-views, you have Slammiversary coming up, and then you don't have another major pay-per-view. Well, you don't have a pay-per-view that isn't already filmed until Bound for Glory in October. I'm real surprised that they're skipping over a guy like Kurt Angle, not getting a guy to get a shot. Now, also another thing is that, I'm going to be sort of two-faced about what I'm saying right here, because I've always really put over, what the tag division is in TNA, and they're really, building up. But they have two guys in Austin Aries and Robert Roode who, in the later part of last year, were the main event for this company, and now they're stuck in this tag team, which might be coming to an end. They sort of teased an Austin Aries face turn with Robert Roode talking to Christopher Daniels and Kaz, trying to reform Fortune, and he was sort of, behind them smirking when they brought up his name, if he was able to run with Fortune, and then Christopher Daniels and Kaz said they didn't want him. He even confronted Robert Roode about it, saying that he didn't want to be a part of their group, but if he wanted to be a part of the team, he was going out there to try and win the tag team titles from Chavo and Hernandez, and, that's what it's going to be. Honestly, in my part, I don't want to put down Sting too much, but when Sting's in a match and it's not for Bound for Glory, I'm not really looking forward to him winning the title. It's just sort of like a bump in the road to get along the way. I know Sting is the, he's not the face. I think Hulk Hogan would be the face of TNA today, but he is the, I guess you could say, the main wrestler, since AJ Styles has sort of taken that back seat, pushing to the big match, which everybody's going to guess is going to be for Bound for Glory, if he's able to win the Bound for Glory series, which should be starting sooner than later, I would guess. But I don't know. It sort of makes sense that it would be Sting, since he's like the main guy, but fuck you, Sting. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's not a match that I really want to see. I much would rather see, Kurt Angle going in there. I've seen Kurt Angle battle against Ace and Eights 100 times, and him going up against the guys that he built up, and Bischoff and Briscoe, who are two guys who, honestly, in my mind, should be going after those tag titles, should be moving into that tag title division. Those two guys together, I think, would make a pretty good team, and especially to get Aces and Eights in the title picture for maybe having all the titles, since they already have Devon holding the TV title, which I don't even think many people even know that he has it. But I don't know. If you're watching TV, it makes a whole lot of sense that it would be Hulk Hogan going in there, but maybe he's just not able to have a match, even though he really wants to, so they build all the TV around him and then just slip him out there at the last minute. If it came down to it right now, I know that you have to have AJ, the guy who's going to take over and be that Sting guy, to be the leader of TNA. After it looks like he sort of turned his back on him and doesn't have any, friends to go with James Storm calling him out week after week, wanting to fight him. And, he looks like they're trying to make him look like he's a member of Aces and Eights, but he has to come in there and save the day, and he'll probably have to beat Bully Ray. I would honestly rather have Bully Ray drop the title to somebody and have AJ wrestle somebody else while Bully Ray wrestles Hogan. I mean, that's a match that they're really hinting at. I don't know if maybe they'll use that as something to boost up Impact along the way for the the long gap with no pay-per-views between Slammiversary and Bound for Glory. But that's a match that I need to see. I also would like to see Kurt Angle get in there. Why they're skipping over him, it makes no sense to me. But TNA's title picture definitely really does make a whole lot of sense. It's really good stuff. The Aces and Eights angle went from being really good to horrible to really, really good again, and that's where it's at. And these guys have to figure out who's going to step in and take these title shots. But if I was going to Slammiversary, I'd be sort of let down that it was going to be Sting in there. I'd rather see Angle or Rude and Aries, one of those guys, maybe make some sort of a three-way where they both become #1 contenders and they can move themselves out of the tag division. But Sting, I'm not sure. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Have a good day, guys. Peace out.